Welcome to Furniture Physicians again. We have this piece that we need to talk about a little bit. I made about 11 video snippets that will be put together to make this video. The thing is, this piece was very distressed. You're going to find that out in the very first segment of the video. This literally came to us as a pile of lumber. We weren't even sure we had all the parts to it. Now that we have it together, obviously we do have most of the parts. We had to ad-lib a little bit, but the sad part about this was a piece that the lady had that meant a lot to her. I mean, like a lot. And she gave it to a person that was supposedly a restorer, and all he did was take it all apart, barely do anything else to it, and just kept it for several years. I mean, several years. Can you imagine that? I think we did the whole thing in maybe 3 weeks. That's a long time for us. So I was kind of angry about this whole thing. I felt bad for her. And I felt angry that somebody would take a project like that and put a person through the pain and misery of their personal piece not being restored. And so we went to work, Sierra and I, my granddaughter, and we figured it all out. We started out from the base pieces, and then, well, you'll see. So stay tuned, stay on here, and here we go. So what do we have today? A FlatwallPieSafe. Doesn't look like one, does it? Has a few minor problems. Somebody took it all apart and made it into a pile of lumber. So we have been hired to put this poor creature back together. All the shelves are laying there. The beadboarding that would go in the back is there. Only the two sides are kind of together because I guess the guy decided to replace the PieSafe the panels down below, and they're not bad. I wouldn't have made them out of plyboard, but it is what it is, so we'll take it from here. Now, the person that was working on this initially was another restorer. He had this piece for 3 years, and this is all the farther he got with it. He pulled every single nail out of it, which is bad. We would have liked to have kept those historic nails, but we'll be putting it together once we get through coating removal. Coating removal, pH balance, the normal drying, all that good stuff, and then we'll start literally piecing things together. We'll see you later. So our FlatwallPieSafe stripped out well. Everything's looking pretty good so far. Wasn't easy, but wasn't that bad. We haven't even touched this with sanders yet, so any minor residues and stuff, we'll get all that. Beadboarding on the back wasn't bad. Again, we have some residue, but we're used to taking care of that, so we should be good. Shelves came out good. They have some strange things on them. Somebody has put some unusual trims on them, like there's a piece of chrome on one of them. We'll take care of that. Anyway, and so it begins. We are assembling our FlatwallPieSafe. We are getting it together. You have to start with the face frame and then add your sides. And again, screws are just in here temporarily. Screws act like giant tacks. That's what they do. And keep checking for square and level. We know this particular slab actually in our building is level. So if we build off of a level slab, and we'll keep leveling as we go and checking things, we should end up with a nice big square case. Okay, see you later. We're back. Look at that. Got shelves and everything in it. We even got the warp shelves in. They're not too bad. Worst shelf is right there in the center. We got it pretty good. What we're doing is we countersunk some screws in We've run those in a couple times, made sure that they were pulling all the frame together, and now we'll fill over top of those screw holes. But it's looking like a piece of furniture more and more every time we see it. We got all the doors laid out. We know where everything basically goes now, so that's a plus. Okay then. So check this out. Wow, it's turning into a piece again. It's a miracle, truly. It looks pretty great though. We even got the beadboarding back in and all that good stuff. We've still got trim to attach up top. Other than that, we'll do a little fitment of doors. Actually, the top doors, I went ahead and just stood them up there. I didn't do anything to them. They went right in. The bottoms, I think we've got to do a slight amount of adjustment too. There had been shrinkage in all the boards over this. And if you ever wonder why, as restorers, we would rather you not take pieces apart and let them sit as a pile of lumber, it's because the pieces are not put together and they will start to shrink and swell. I'll give you the example of a guy who had a roll top one time that decided to just take it all apart, and he put half of it in the basement and he stored the other half in the attic. Well, needless to say, everything that went into the attic shrank, and everything that went into the basement for years got swollen. And he went to try to put it together, and he ended up bringing it to us, and I restripped the entire piece as pieces and put it in a drying room for a week, and finally got the moisture levels equalized to where we could actually put it together. But yeah, like I said, this went together. All of the original parts appear to be there. Like I said, we didn't have nails, so what we've done, you can see where Sierra has now top filled over the screws that we countersunk. And like I said, we've still got trim to go up top too. There's an entire trim band that goes around that top. It should look pretty good. So yeah, things are going well. Next will be fitment to make sure everything moves. Oh, and we put the drawer guides back in that were missing. I don't know why he took those out. Well, I guess he had to take them out. It's kind of stupid though, really. But anyway, so things are going well. We'll catch you. So, ta-da! It's a piece. Yay. Get back here a little bit. We got it together. We got all the doors on. It's not looking bad at all. We got the trim on top. Trim's in good shape. We had to do a little pulling and bending here and there, and then we again had the countersink screws. I didn't want to depend on just adhesives trying to hold something like that on, especially something that's kind of distorted over time. So that's all on. Doors are on. Gaps are not horrible, especially for something probably built in the late 1800s and torn apart and made into kindling for a while. So yeah, we're together. Everything's where it should be. No leftover parts. That's amazing. And we reused pretty much every single part. Was able to retrofit the actual existing knobs. I have new hardware that is period correct coming in for it. So next step, we get this up on a finish cart, and we'll start the finishing process. Catch you later. So we are sealed with clear sealer, and we are sanded up. We've leveled our sealer. Generally, Sierra does most of that by hand, unless we're doing possibly tabletops or something like that. But the piece is looking pretty good. Excuse the glare. This is before we get into any working of the colors and everything. You can still see the fillers stand out on it. But we'll get into that. But sealed up pretty well. We did not use any colors on it to this point because we knew colors were going to be all over the place, and they are. We'll kind of blend them. We'll try to make them kind of harmonize together. Let me get back here, but anyway, if I can get back far enough. Looks pretty good. We're going to go in a good place here. Catch you later. So we are starting our touch-up process. We are up top on this, and it's looking pretty good. We're using several colors up top to block this and kind of alter it and all that good stuff, but it's looking good. We'll catch you later. So finally, we are together and done and all that good stuff. Looks pretty good. I gotta quit saying the word pretty. I say that all the time. Everything is kind of pretty to me. Oh, we got our hardware on there. We antiqued our hardware a little bit, our brand new hardware, so it doesn't look like bright, shiny brass. It looks like older brass now. Got a little bit of patina to it. Colors are a little crazy in here today. We've got mixed sunlight, so. But anyway, we're all together, and I think it's good to go. I'll let the customer know today. And yeah, you've been along on quite a journey here. The moral of the story is, please don't take things apart, especially if you really don't know what you're doing. And don't throw anything away if you do. But anyway, success story. It looks great. Got the new glass in it and everything, and we're good. See ya.